we could also have some little more deeper retracement to our 155 area, then a drop to our 151 area, or more drops to our 150 area. Okay, so this weekly market forecast analysis for the week of the 12th to the 6th of July. Like you can see on the preview of last 2 weeks video, was the last video that we did here on USDJPY, which you guys can see how bearish USDJPY has been, and how we were able to predict the bearishness of USDJPY last 2 weeks, and even before then USDJPY has been super bearish all the way to the downside. And yeah, so that has been what has been happening on USDJPY. So for this week, for this coming week, without taking much of our time, we can see USDJPY looking left. We have some minor key levels here, okay, which price is currently reacting from right here. So there are also tendencies which price could start dropping all the way from this area to the downside. Okay, so but I'm still very much bearish. Okay, for a two-way scenario, either price drops from here to downside. Let's look at our next level, which we can find price going in. Our next key level should be somewhere around 137. Okay, the 137 zone, all the way down there. Right, so either price drops all the way to the 137, or we have more retracement, which would be a proper way or a proper area for price to move into the zone of the 105, between the 101 151 and the 105 area, drop to the downside. And if you also look deep inside there, you can see there's a trend line, the trend line running through all the way to the downside. Okay, so like you guys know, we trade from one zone to the other. So if price retraces inside this zone, we can now take our sales continuations to the downside for USDJPY. But also looking at the weekly time frame, this also cause for concern. Okay, because as you can see how USDJPY weak, okay, there was a week here, so it closed with more like a doji candle. So that's why it's also, we could have a buy to sell scenario for next week. Okay, we may even have more of buys, and maybe the sales as at this. So we had price closing an indecision candle here on a strong support area here. So could be seeing more bullishness, okay, to this next zone, which is the 151 area, or we can now have our proper drop to the downside. So what we are looking for USDJPY for next week is buy to sell, okay, the bullishness phase, which is the retracement, or we can now sales to the downside. So up next is gold. For gold, you can see on the weekly time frame how gold was able to close. Gold closed with this nice bearish candle here. Okay, with this nice bearish candle right about here. So there are still tendencies that gold might be bearish, but gold has been a little bit tricky for the past two. Okay, even I myself, I took a loss. Okay, I sent out a signal. We took one loss on gold. So gold has been a little bit tricky for the past 2 weeks thereabout. Okay, you can see, I think somewhere around here, that's where we took that loss, like so. All right, so gold, okay, I won't be taking much of our time. I'm still very much bearish, okay, but looking at the bullish side, not quite feasible for me. Okay, market structure wise, where we can see price, where we currently seeing price reacting from, right? Let's do this. Looking left, we can see that we have multiple weak rejections, like here, and now we have here and here. Okay, so that's like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 6 times in which price has respected that zone. Okay, so we could have some bearishness, because this is also a key level. We could have some bearishness from this area all the way to our 2 3 1 area, all the way to the downside. Okay, or we can even go as deep as our 2 3 5 3 area, okay, all the way to this level, okay. But for the bullish side, price could also, this is more like a two-way scenario, could also continue to these highs, okay. These highs, for me, I wouldn't really be interested uh, on gold buys, okay, until price can clear these highs, until price can convince me that ready to continue on the bullishness. But market structure wise and looking at DXY gold, okay, which basically correlated, right? So we should, in if we have bearishness, if we are going to have a bearish week or month on the XY, we should see some nice bearishness gold, which is what we have been very much anticipating for the past few gold. Okay, so that will actually be take gold. So anything between anything between these have sales. But for me, I may not be taking gold trade or OA setups. Go to like smash the subscribe button, drop some fire emoji if you are getting some knowledge or some content, and also share your content on media platforms. So moving forward, we are going to check DXY. DXY, on the DXY, you can see have been had some trend lines coming all the way from this top on the DXY for some weeks or some months now. DXY has been bearish. So let's go to our daily time frame so that we can see daily. Okay, so that we can see daily. Okay, so for DXY market structure wise, you can see price is currently set on a very strong support level, right? On a very strong support level. When price came into that area, price did what we thereafter had our rejections to the upside. Okay, and if we look at our weekly time frame, we see how price closed. Okay, it closed with a bearish strong candle, which is more like a yellow candle, right? So, but it did not really show bullish sentiment as at when price closed on the weekly time frame. So let's go back to our daily time frame. So what would we be looking out for on the on gold? Sorry, on the DXY for this week. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys our first scenario would be bearishness. Okay, price is somewhere around here, right? But I would love to see price come into this area, tap into this trend line, or probably range around that area. Then we could have a drop to our 102 area, or we could even have a deeper drop all the way down to our 101 area. So, okay, but for the bullish side of things, I would market structure wise, I would only be interested in taking buys if only when price is able to take away these highs, okay, these highs like so. So what you'll be looking for to see, like so, price should create a new higher high, okay, retest that area, then a push continuations to the upside. Okay, you know that price moves and the upside here, the 106 area somewhere right about here. Okay, that's the only time. If price creates a new higher high higher than this previous high, that's the only time we would be looking interested in taking buys for XY. So for like I said, I would still be very much bearish. Let's put our arrow direction. So first level 102 downside, and second level have 10. And this means if this happens on the other page like crazy, okay, so up next is Euro USD. When probably when market opens, well, all what we just have to do is put our stops, put levels up there, and target our a very nice one is to 2.4.5. Okay, target all the way to support area. So I'll be very much bearish, very much. Euro USD, we can see Euro USD has been more like in a range. Okay, we had this best for last week. It did not drop for last. 12th. Okay. 12th. Okay. 12th. 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 12 for the past few, trying to recover, but have to do. So we can see price has been more like ranging somewhere here. So most of you that some of you which are our mentees know what we do when we spot it. Okay, we just box it up. Those two levels are up here, the downside. So this is quite easy busy. Okay, so whatever price does for next week, okay, we may have some breakouts, break retests. Okay, then you can go down to your lower time frame, probably like your hourly time frame or your 2 minutes time frame, to take some nice sales to the downside. Okay, so this would be the scenarios for buys, for sales rather, and for our buys, we should be patient enough for price to create a new higher high, a break with this, then go down to your lower time frame, like hourly time or your 15 minutes time frame, to take your entries. Right, when you can spot your entry signals to. So for the buys, you can go all the way to 11000. Okay, so for Euro USD, this would be our take for Euro USD, either which way price um plays out. Okay, so with our entry signals on how we can enter and exit for student and our mentees. And currently, for most of you guys that doesn't know, we are taking on our. If you're also interested, click on join our August class. Okay, so up next is GDP USD. So GDP USD has been on a very nice downtrend, though not it's not been going with the trend of the DXY or the Euro. Like we saw, Euro USD has been bullish. We should have been having some bullish week somewhere around last week. So we should have had some beginning of bullishness somewhere around here, right? So for GDP USD, last 2 weeks we analyzed GDP bearishness, have those lines being out. Lines being marked out, price to reject here, comes into our zone, and bearishness to 1279. Price respected that and even continue all the way to the downside. If you did not see this video or you think we are capping, here is a little bit retracement. Okay, a little bit retracement to that level, like so, then a drop to the downside. So either which way on GDP. And only why you guys are seeing me not actually mention the bullish scenarios for these trades are because price is the areas for price to pass to go bullish. Okay, for my kind of setups that entry, price has to alter these highs. Okay, price also alter this market structure wise. Okay, so I can only go bullish on this trade if price clears these highs and go all the way to the upside. I hope you can see how we predicted GDP USD into precision on the bearishness. So for this week, I'm still going to give you guys a two-way scenario. Like you can see, we have a very nice trend line all the way from the top there to the downside. Okay, price has been reacting off these levels like so up here too, and even currently where price is seated. Okay, so trading is all about patience. Okay, so what are we going to do currently? Anything that has to do with areas you're not going to buy in here. Okay, I would love to see price come into the zone again, and then we can take our bearishness to downside, because this is just a trend line, right? Although the trend line should be respected, or the trend line analysis or the trend line reaction of price from that area could also be respected. But I also love I also love price reacting off key levels, which is strong key levels, like so. Okay, so it doesn't matter if price sells from here or here, but for someone like me, I prefer to price react off the other than just the trend, or combining the trend what you are for. Okay, so if for bearishness, I would love to see price, okay, come a little bit in a drop. downside, or even a drop from this area to our 1.265. But looking at the DXY, okay, if price is to be moving the way it should move, okay, should be patient enough. Like I said, trading is all about patience. For price to create a new higher high, okay, retest that zone, and then we can go for first level, which is our 1.8 area. Then we can go all the way to our 1.29. The price should create a new higher high, higher than this just high, okay. Then a retest on that zone, then a push continue the upside. So that would be what I'll be looking out for GBPUSD, GBPUSD bullishness. And for the bearishness could start all the way from here to the downside, or even come back to that area with touch downside. But if you may ask me, I'm more bullish than bearish on USD. So the last but not the least, USD CHF, USD CHF, okay. A break, a retest on this key level, then a push continuations to our 0.87 area, or we may have price go to give us a very deeper retracement. You can see for last week USD CHF, actually this video which you guys just saw, okay, I actually recorded it for last 2. I did not have I did not I just had to cut it because the video was kind of long. It was almost 20 minutes, I think, like into 9 about. So I just had to cut the part of the USD CHF. But like you guys could see or have seen now, USD CHF was even one of the best trades. Although I myself I did not take it, but I just saw it play out just as we analyzed or we predicted as at last 2 weeks on our video. So let me know also on the comment section if you guys don't mind about the minutes, okay, even though it's a 10-minute video, a 20 minutes video, as far as you are getting values, because I felt the video was too long, okay, so I had to cut it out for you guys so that we could make a little bit shorter, which I think the video was like 12-15 minutes, okay. I had to trim out the USD CHF analysis in which we did. So this week we are still going to look at USD CHF, hopefully, which I'm not going to trim out, okay. So also let me know on the comment section if you guys don't mind about the 10 minutes as you guys are getting knowledge also and so moving forward, the USD CHF, you can see price broke out of this area, broke. There's a normal break and retest on our key level, then very deep bearishness outside. Let's see how the weekly time frame close and see. Nice. Okay. Uh, let's stay on this daily time. So we can see daily time frame or the weekly time frame close. Okay, so we may have some more bullishness back in area. We may have some more back. So it should like a buy to sell on USDC. Let's go back to our daily time frame. So either price comes back to this area and start to do this. Either price comes back to this area, drop from there, or we could have a total bullishness of price, have retracement of price back, okay, or an overhaul of price to upside. Okay, so that's why I'm saying it's more like a buy to sell scenario. So just keep your fingers crossed. More bullishness on USD CHF. Then if the sales has to happen on that of have marked out for you guys. So that's all for this week, guys. And if you like this kind of content, do well to smash the like, share, subscribe, and also drop a comment. Drop some fire on the comment section. You are feeling what we are doing, and also this is the only thing that you guys keep supporting us, dropping more forex educational content by liking, sharing, and dropping a comment. This costs you nothing. Okay, just the little way you could support us to motivate us to continue doing this. And see you guys next week.